Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be talking about the new ColorOS 12. So ColorOS 12 was announced a couple of weeks back, and this is based on Android 12. So last year we had covered the ColorOS 11, which is a really massive shift in terms of performance, the overall experience. Now what does the ColorOS 12 bring to the table to the Oppo devices? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the overall UI experience. So this is the main UI. You can see that nothing much has changed in the home screen. So if you go to settings, here you can see that there is definitely a difference. So the arrangements and the icons have changed, and if you look at the about phone, you can see that now it's version 12 on top of Android 12. So that's important. Android 12, that's the version. Then if you come back, you can see that the layout has also been changed a bit. Then if you look at the notification toggles, again some changes are there. It is more user friendly now. You get the dark mode, so we'll just turn off the dark mode for a while. So this is the new UI with the dark mode turned off. So you can see here it feels refreshing. Actually it feels really smooth, and the experience is pretty good. Then you also get the option to change the home screen layout. You can see the standard one or the app drawer one. So we have just enabled the app drawer one. So let's just apply this. Now this is the app drawer one. So again, app drawer looks quite similar to what we've seen on the previous ColorOS as well, but it does feel a bit more polished in terms of experience. And you can also see the notification toggles are also improved, and does feel better. And a couple of interesting options are also included that we'll talk about in a while. So this is the main UI experience. Then you can see that the multitasking window, and here also quite similar. Then camera UI, so camera UI has also changed, but not a drastic difference actually, but still you can see some changes here and there, especially in the fonts and the layout, but still more or less similar to what we've seen on the previous UI as well. So this is the ColorOS 12 overview. So these are the UI changes, or rather the main UI, the home screen layout, the notification toggle, the camera UI, and multitasking. So let's go to the other apps. So first is the phone manager. So you can see that this is the phone manager. Again it has been improved. You can see that the UI experience, the layout is a bit more easier to use. You can see here the spacing, everything looks pretty good, well implemented actually. That's the phone manager. So next let's talk about other features, the privacy dashboard. So we'll just talk about that. So this is not a ColorOS feature. Let's just go to the privacy. So you can see here privacy dashboard. This is more of a feature of Android 12, wherein you can see what all apps are using your microphone, camera, location. So based on this you can set, say for example, some ROG app is using your camera or location. You can get these details here and other permissions. So all those things you can see here. You can see here calendar, call logs. So those functionalities can be summarized in the privacy dashboard. So this is basically a privacy feature on the Android 12. And apart from that, you also get the hide apps, app lock, private save, system cloner. So these are not a new feature, but these are still available in the ColorOS. Now if you look at the UI features, so let's go to the personalization option. So this is one area where Oppo has done some changes. So you can see here there is an always on display, wallpaper, themes, then icons can be customized, quick settings. Again you can see that default size, whether you want a circular one, then edge rounded, then rhombus, square, circle. So all these things options are there. So if you want to customize how your notification toggles need to look, you can change here. Then colors are there. This is one new feature actually. So you can see here the system colors. There is a default one, trendy, classy, geek, and neutral. So different color tones are there. Now you can also customize your own color tones by choosing the custom one. So you can see you can choose custom. Then another option is to choose from the wallpaper. This is a very useful feature. So if you select, you can choose 4 colors from the wallpaper. So these are the 4 colors. This will be automatically picked, or if you want to pick manually, you can just drag and pick the color. So right now I have picked one color. Then if I click OK, those are the 4 colors which will be available in the UI. So you can see here these are the 4 colors. Now each time you change the wallpaper, it will actually come into effect, and it will be automatically picked, or you can do it manually. So this is a new feature in the customization option. Then apart from that, you also get the font and display styles. So you can see here these are the options. then you can set the fingerprint animation. So a few options are there, how you want the fingerprint. Then if your phone has edge lighting, that is also included. So you can see that you can set the edge lighting and apply to incoming calls as well. So those functionalities are also included. So these are really good customization options. Here you also have the always on display. So not all of these features are new ones, so we're just explaining all the features. Some of these might be old and some of these might be retained from the ColorOS 12, and some of these might be new features. Then apart from that, when you share a location with an app, you can actually have get two options. One is the approximate location you can share, or you can actually share the precise location. So whenever an app needs the location, what the OS asks you is two options. One is to share the precise location, or you can share the approximate location. So those functionalities are also included. Now one useful feature is that access to mic and camera. Now a few apps, say for example some ROG apps will access your camera or your microphone, so you can prevent that. What you need to do is just swipe from the top, and you can say if you want to prevent the apps from accessing, what you can do is you can just disable the mic access. So you can see here, this is the mic access. Now if I disable, no app can access the mic. Similarly, if I disable camera, I am disabled the camera access as well. Now if I come back and open the camera, it will say that unblock camera, device camera. So this unblocks access to all apps and services allowed to use your camera. So if you are seeing some unauthorized activity of your camera, then you can block everything and then clear off everything, and then once you found out which app is using, then you can unblock it. So this very useful privacy feature, it applies to both microphone as well as the camera. So camera and the mic unblock is included here. Then if you look at the display and brightness, you can see here there is dark mode. So dark mode settings, so you can see here enhanced dark mode, this is very dark, medium dark mode settings, or gentle dark mode. So three options are there. You can select how you want the dark mode to appear: enhanced, medium, or gentle. So these are new functionalities included. So you can actually have a mix of dark mode. If you don't want a complete black, you can have a gentle mode, which is more of a grayish tone. So this is another useful feature available. Then you get the eye comfort mode and other options which are self-explanatory. Then you also get the battery optimization features. So if you're using heavy task, you can actually see that the battery is optimized based on the performance, so you get the best battery life. Similarly, there is also AI system booster, which means if you're gaming, the device will, or the OS will detect what kind of extensive task you're using, and based on that it will optimize the performance. So those things are included. Then you also have the themes and other options. Then if you go to the special features, you can see a quick launch, access frequently used apps using the fingerprint. These are not new features. Then there is also flexible window. We'll show you how this flexible window works. You can have a floating window. So just go to the multitasking option, then just select this. You can select here, you can see here floating window. So now you can see that this is a floating window. So this is how things work. So this is the floating window of the browser. So similarly, you can also go with other apps as well. So these are some features which are still included here. Now multitasking, you can see here, it's more or less similar to the previous UI as well. So these are some of the new features of the ColorOS and also how the ColorOS 12 looks with Android 12. So we'll be doing a quick comparison with the ColorOS 12 and the OxygenOS 12 that we'll do later, and see how they are different in terms of UI and experience. So that is our experience with the ColorOS 12. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.